Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see here. All right, so this is take number 2. Just so you're aware, we were live a couple of seconds ago, but when I got to a certain tool, it froze on me, and I should have known better because this has done this to me about twice before, and with the tool that I ended up having that I just scrapped all together here was Zoom. So when I was featuring Zoom here, I don't know what it is about the website that whenever I put the screen share in combination of everything else, it froze the entire thing. So I had to reboot the computer and all that fun stuff. So understand that Zoom, I was going to feature it, but now, given that this is the third time that it's done this to me, forget Zoom. So if you want to use Zoom, have at it. I mean, I'm still using it. I still pay a lot of money for Zoom, but yeah, they're not without their foibles. So all right, let's get going. We're looking at the tech tools for real estate agents, making sure that we can hear myself. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down below. All right, so let's look at the technology for real estate agents today. We're going to look at a combination of technology that is a standalone. Some of this technology, you're going to find some of these platforms, some of this software is cross-pollinated, so certain software can do other items that are going to be featured here in the channel. What's most important is that I introduce to you the categories, and I'll give you my recommendation on each one of those categories and the functionality within, and I'll also give you some alternatives. I have, unless I really believe there's no second or third option out there, I'll let you know. But with that being said, let's get going. I want to make sure that we go through all of these because there's just so many. The first one, I unequivocally say that this is the option. This is it. So for project management, for communication, for your personal calendar, for your hub, everything, Notion is the answer. And the beauty of this is that Notion is free. So Notion, I have to give credit where credit is due. Chris Martin, a good friend of mine, introduced me to Notion. Kyle Seagrace also introduced me to Notion. So both of them were very instrumental in me hopping on this platform and really staying here. So what this ended up replacing for me, ended up replacing Trello, ended up replacing all the other project management tools that I was using. It replaced Evernote for me. It replaced even Slack for me, because this is a great way to communicate within the platform itself. Now, in different businesses with different partners, I still use Slack. However, for my personal, like with my own team, we just use Notion. So Notion, again, is something I use for my real estate group as well. So our hub looks similar to this, where I have some resources there. I have, since we do editing for our agents and we do lead generation for our agents, everything is in one place, so they know how to request certain ads, how to request certain video edits. So within 24 hours, we submit the video back in an edited format, and that's all for our real estate group, our real estate team. So they all know to go to a certain website and request that and get back everything from our staff. So that's how we're using, from a group perspective, that's how we're using Notion. Now, if you're interested in the group and the partnership and what that looks like with lead generation, editing, and all that fun stuff, I'll leave the link down below. But that's one functionality that we're using it. But I also use it for personal notes. I also use it for project management with my internal staff, and I also use it for my own calendar within. So it's just a monster of a platform. Again, it's absolutely free. You can pay to get some additional features. You can pay to get additional team members on, but you don't have to. So Notion, again, this is one that I don't even recommend a secondary platform. I wouldn't recommend Trello or anything like that at this point, having been fully exposed to Notion. So this year we actually made the full migration into Notion. So that was pretty cool. All right, AWeber. So again, this is where we introduce the category of email marketing. Whether you're using AWeber or ActiveCampaign, I would use either or. Those are, for my money, the better platforms out there that help with deliverability, that are not extremely expensive. Now, depending on your email list, it can get expensive or it can get up there, but if you know how to work your emails correctly, you'll be just fine. So AWeber is the one that I happen to use, since I have several thousand emails that I send out every single day. So it's the one that I use. But most importantly here is sending out emails consistently. Now, I did not include a CRM here because it's I actually have a free CRM through Notion that I created for my agents, but I will go ahead and kind of put a pause in here. And if you don't have a CRM, it would be a great time for you to get one, whether that's through KB Core, whether that's through Realty Juggler. I recommend to stay away from LionDesk because it has terrible service and is very glitchy. So I cannot unendorse LionDesk fast enough, even though I was a very big proponent of them early on. So what's most important here is to, again, if you don't have a CRM that will do either email marketing, text marketing, will control your transaction, will create landing pages, single property websites, then you'll need a secondary platform or tertiary platform to get that done. Calendly is another free tool that I absolutely love. It's one of those things that every single real estate agent needs to have a Calendly or something that will schedule meetings for them. This can actually be used as a lead generation tool where people put themselves onto your calendar, and you can ask them to pay before that happens. It's a very cool tool that if you use a free version, you can't go wrong. But if you have additional requirements, then you can pay for a small fee. You can upgrade and have various calendars. You can do payment processing, and effectively becomes your landing page and product sales or service sales. One of our agents, so a friend of the channel, Franco. So if you've been following the channel, you probably have heard of Franco before. Hola Franco is his YouTube channel. He started his YouTube channel last year. Within the span of a year, he has over 3 million views, about to hit 30,000 subscribers, wildly successful. He uses Calendly to book all of his appointments, which he gets over 25 booked appointments every single week, and it's all through Calendly. So that is a very powerful platform. Docusign, again, here what I want to introduce you to is the category of digital signatures. You can use Docusign, you can use Authentisign, you can use Dotloop, whatever your MLS or whatever your broker or whatever software that you decide to go with, you really can't go wrong. What's most important for me to convey to you today is that you need to have a digital signature platform that allows you to get digital signatures. All right, so Workspace by Google. So Google Workspace is incredible because they have so many different software, so many different functionalities. You can have your own website through Google Workspace. You can have your Google Drive, of course, where you share documents. You're able to share videos, large videos, with just a click of a link. You can do email. You can have your email here. So Gmail. You can have your calendar here, which is Google calendar. You can do Google Sheet, which is the equivalent of Microsoft Excel. You can do Google. I was about to say Google Word, but I don't believe that's it. What is the equivalent for Microsoft Word? Is it Docs? I believe it's Docs. And you can do presentations here as well. So it's called Google Slides, which is the replacement for PowerPoint. So all of this is free. You don't have to pay a license like you would with Microsoft. Agently. Agently, full disclosure, I am co-owners in Agently. So this is a vested interest by me highlighting Agently. But if you're looking for real estate coaching, but you really can't afford it, or you have tried coaching before and it just really wasn't effective, even though you're paying hundreds of dollars into thousands of dollars, then I want you to check out our artificial intelligence coach, where we tee you up to create as many conversations as possible. So we give you daily tasks, whether that includes social media posting, which everything is already done for you. You just click confirm and it launches a post. Whether you're looking to launch ads, It'll launch all the ads for you. You don't have to pay a marketing company or digital company to do that. If you're looking to do cold calling, we give you the scripts. If you're looking to create video, we give you the scripts, and also you can distribute directly from the platform. If you want to write property descriptions, we use artificial intelligence to do that. If your photos came back from your photographer pretty crappy, you can upload them to Agently, and we use artificial intelligence to actually enhance the photos and make them better, right? So Agently has all of that within the platform itself. So just to give you a quick, little snapshot, there is coaching every single day, automated social media posting. You generate buyer and seller leads exclusively. You get your own website. We use artificial intelligence to create your marketing kits. You have your appointment setter and scheduler, and you have a smart transaction manager. So it's pretty robust platform that does go into several of these other software, does what several of these standalone softwares do. Agently is able to do it with one platform. All right, Dropcowboy. Dropcowboy gives you the ability to send a mass amount of messages, voicemails that goes directly to voicemail. So a vast amount of voice messages that go straight into voicemail that don't even click. That don't even ring. So if you're looking for a cost-effective way to get your message out there, whether you're sending 100 or 1,000 of these, it goes directly into somebody's voicemail. So you guarantee that they get the message. InVideo, if you're looking to create videos and don't necessarily have the editing skills, don't want to have the editing skills, and want something that is very dynamic, very, very easy to use, then I recommend using InVideo. I've been using InVideo for over 3 years now, and I missed out on being an investor. Well, I say I missed out. By the time I connected with them, I was using the platform. They had just closed the series. I think it was Series B. I can't remember what series of funding that they were raising, but I missed that. I missed that capital raise because I really wanted to get in on this one because I believe in this product so much. But I've been a strong advocate of InVideo ever since, even though I could have been part owners. Anyway, so if you're looking to create some video that is very simple to use, you don't have to learn too much about editing. It's very, as you see here, you just drop little clips and it's on the way. So it's all pretty cool. Canva, we really can't do a tech tools video without highlighting Canva, just because of the versatility, just because it was one of the first to market that really made editing so much simpler. Canva has now gone from simply being the image website, if you will, to going into video. So there's a lot of different things that Canva is going into and has grown drastically. So Canva is still one of the standards when it comes to image design, posting, graphics, all that. So you can do the free version, which again, basically all the platforms that I highlight here, there is a free version, which I like about these tools, but there are some of these platforms that you can pay for additional, pay a little bit more for additional features. I do not have the paid Canva subscription because I already have Agently, which already does all my social media for me. TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a way to enhance your YouTube presence. So the competitor to TubeBuddy is vidIQ. Regardless if you go with TubeBuddy or vidIQ, I really don't think that you can go wrong. I personally use TubeBuddy in the paid version there because of the thumbnail split testing feature. So that's the one that I have chosen to partner up with from them getting my money. But it's totally up to you. I've used both. I've used both from a paid perspective, but I ended up going with TubeBuddy really because of the thumbnail split testing. So TubeBuddy again is an extension that helps improve your YouTube. It'll give you thumbnail suggestion or title suggestions. It will help you understand what videos are more likely to do well, what video topics are not really trending, and gives you a lot of intel that you previously would have to put on an Excel sheet and try to figure out yourself. All right, so QuickBooks, as every entrepreneur knows, and you real estate agents are entrepreneurs just like me, we need to keep better books on what we're doing. We need to keep books on how much we're spending on marketing, what we're spending on gas, what we're spending on everything, on our licensing, how much we're paying to our broker, all that fun stuff. So make your life easier, make your accountant's life easier, and make sure that you have a QuickBooks account or something similar. It doesn't have to be QuickBooks, but makes it extremely easy for you to get your finances in order. And it's a great way for you to check yourself every single month to see, am I making progress in my business? You don't want to leave this just to the end of the year so then you can submit your taxes. What's most important is that you measure what's going on in your business so you can see where it's going. All right, so as you're coming in, a like is going to go a long way. And also, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down in the chat. I'd be happy to address anything that comes up. Really appreciate you being here. All right, so Restream. Restream is actually what I'm using right now. Restream allows me to stream over on Facebook, allows me to allows me to stream on YouTube at the same time, allows me to stream over on LinkedIn. It allows me to stream in multiple places. So that is a very cool feature. It's, again, one of the more cost-effective ways that I have found. Now, another competitor is StreamYard. So if you've heard of StreamYard, then the competitor is Restream. So the founder is super cool, somebody that has actually helped our company quite a bit agently, because he's gone through this software route as we are going through it right now. Everlance. So Everlance is the competitor to MileIQ. What I want to introduce to you here is that you need to track your miles. Again, this goes back for accounting purposes. This goes back to understanding that you need to have all of this documented pretty well, especially as a real estate agent, since you're driving so much. So tracking your mileage automatically is super important. So again, Everlance is a tool that is the more common one in the space is MileIQ. I went with Everlance because it was more cost effective and it had just about the same features as MileIQ, so I wasn't losing anything. Ecamm. Ecamm is what I can use to go live on pretty much any platform that I want. But why I really like Ecamm is because it allows me to connect my computer to Ecamm and my either my webcam or my camera, basically any camera, to Ecamm and record directly into my computer. So I don't have to worry about the SD card being in my camera any longer. I don't have to dismount my camera and make sure that it is it's focused. Everything is just so much more streamlined. I can just sit down, turn Ecamm on, press record, and we're going. As opposed to having to making sure that there's enough room in the SD card so I can start recording, taking that out, and then importing it into the computer. So it really speeds up my video production. Remind. Not all of you might have Remind right now in your MLS, but if you do happen to have Remind, it's a great way for you to get additional information on the properties that you're marketing to, whether that's who the owner is, what their mortgages happen to be. It really marries the CAD, the County Appraisal District, to Google Maps, to the MLS, and the public information of the individual. So it combines all those four entities or all those four criteria that really helps you find homes much faster for your clients, especially if you're looking for homes that are off market. Helps you prospect a lot smarter, so you don't have to just look at I was about to say cross-pollinate, but just cross-reference the Google Maps with with the County Appraisal District, with the public records and all that fun stuff. So Remind is a great way for you to prospect as well. So I have plenty of videos on this channel that talk about Remind extensively. I was actually the first person to ever make a Remind video. It was actually how this channel was launched, through a Remind video that I met the founder, Leo Pareja. We became good friends, and he's become a great advisor for me as well. So Remind is definitely worth checking out. Zapier. Zapier allows you to connect software that have no business connecting with each other, meaning it allows you to really automate your work regardless of the platform that you happen to have. Whether if you're getting leads through a certain software and that software is not integrated into your CRM, well, you can bridge that through Zapier. Zapier creates that API or creates that bridge for any software, let me rephrase that, most software, so they can speak to each other. So again, if you are generating leads, as an example, from Facebook, and you want them to automatically import to your email autoresponder or your CRM, and the email autoresponder or your CRM don't have a direct integration to Facebook, well, Zapier will facilitate that. InVideo, we already covered that. Showing time. Showing time, regardless of how you feel about showing time and regardless of who owns showing time right now, it's a great way for you to buy your time back. So whatever scheduling service is around your neck of the woods or in your MLS, I suggest that you use it. It's a great way for showing time or any scheduling service out there to take that burden of getting a call from all these agents and then you relaying the information over to the seller, seeing if they can show, if the buyers can go and see the home at a certain time, and just it's going to really cut down all of that communication, not only from your standpoint, but from the buyer's agents as well. So it allows buyer agents to be more effective with their time, and also it allows you, from a listing agent, be more effective with yours as well. Fiverr is, again, one of those, the gold standard, if you will, of the gig economy. So whatever you're looking to freelance, or whatever service, or whatever product, whatever thing you need to have done, Fiverr is a fantastic tool, for a fantastic place to go start. You can go also to Upwork.com, which is another place, which is a freelance service, a freelance company. So it's the gig economy at its best, where you can do anything. You can get voiceovers. I've used several of the gigs for voiceovers, especially for our podcast logo designs. I've done over 10 logo designs with these folks, and they're all different, right? So it's all vendors that sign up to Fiverr, and you get to select who you want to work with. All the thumbnails that you see on this channel are actually created from somebody off of Fiverr. So every single day I'm in here. All right, so Bitly, it's a link shortener. It allows you to take a extensively long URL and shorten it. You can brand it if you want. You can use a free version or you can use a paid version. It's totally up to you. I use a free version because I just needed to shorten my URL. But if I wanted to pay a little bit extra, so it would actually reflect my brand, I can do that. So Bitly, again, is one of those things that allows you to shorten URLs. It's very convenient whenever you are displaying that on your website or want to measure, hey, who's actually clicking on this link? So you get that count and that data. PayPal. So regardless of the platform that you use, PayPal is very effective for clients, but also very effective for those freelancers that you're working with. So PayPal, you can use Cash App, you can use Venmo, you can use Wise App. Now, for the internet, I have a good amount of VAs that are overseas. I either use PayPal or I use Wise, so WISE. So those are the two platforms that I use to pay my VAs. Iplum. Iplum is a way for you to have another phone number directly tied into your cell phone. So you don't have to buy another cell phone to have another phone number ring into your cell phone. So I use Iplum, but you can use Grasshopper. You can use any other voice over IP line. So that's what's called a VoIP line. So VoIP, voice over IP, I believe, internet phone. This allows you to, again, have another phone number that you put on your sign and have that phone number ring into your cell phone, so you don't have to get another cell phone. This is all over the internet, right? So it gives you great flexibility, so you don't have to go out and get another phone plan, which we know that those can get expensive. Cam Scanner. Cam Scanner is a way for you to scan documents and make them PDFs. make them a good, make them usable for your title company, make them usable for your lender, make them usable for your broker. This will allows you to just take a picture of a document and convert it into PDF without you having to have a printer and actually scanning it through the scanner there. ExpressVPN, basically this helps you mask your data and mask where you are logging in from. So this works incredibly well if you're working with virtual assistants, where they have access to your VPN as well. So ExpressVPN is the one that I use, and I get 5 different seats. So I have my virtual assistants, the ones that I need them to log into something specifically like my social media, then they can log into my social media directly and set the VPN address. So going over here, they set the VPS address over to Dallas because that's where I happen to be, right? So we're all working from the same VPN. All right, and then LastPass. LastPass is a way for you to protect all of your passwords in one place. Now, we know that when we're working with multiple individuals, we may not trust everybody to have our logins, and nor should you. But it also can be a pain, even if you do trust all of the people that you're sharing passwords with. It becomes a pain when you have to reset the password. Then everybody has to have it, right? And you don't want to be locked out from your own account. So you can use LastPass to where you give access to the individuals that need access to it, but they never see the login. Now, you're going to want to check out a brief demo on how that happens, because it took me the longest time to actually figure it out myself. But once you get this going, you're able to add people onto your social media accounts, to your websites, your whatever you're looking to do in your business, and it's easy for you to take them off. So that's something that works incredibly well. Now, I am curious. Let me know in the comment section down below, what are some recommendations of technology that real estate agents should have? What are you using right now that you didn't see on today's video that you're using for your business? I really am interested. It's going to help the community understand, hey, what's out there? I can't possibly know all of the technology out there, but what I can share with you is that I know a good amount of it, and I see which one's valuable and which one is not. But at the end of the day, how we get all collectively better is as a community. So let me know in the comment section down below which technology you are using right now that I didn't cover here, or even some that I did. Just let me know. Give me some feedback on what's working for you in your real estate business. Outside of that, don't forget our sponsor for this video, which